Hey guys, so yeah, I just saw another ludicrous video. Well, the actual video by Chimp Chong is good because he explains, the details of why Australia is still trying to ban Fortnite. And he takes care of good. He gives good reasons that, so go and watch Chimp Chong, all one word, ChampChong. The video is called Australian News Wants Fortnite Banned Because of This Reason. But I'll tell you some other reasons, some maybe big picture reasons. Okay, now apart from anything else, it's ludicrous to say that video games are causing violence because how many wars have there been? And World War One, World War Two, video games weren't even around. Now look at TV. Any violence on TV? Go to the movies. Any violence at the movies? Go outside your door. Is it a very dog-eat-dog competitive society? I'll let you answer those questions. But here are some reasons why they want to ban Fortnite. Okay, you're on Fortnite. For one thing, there's very little, if any, advertising, okay? So advertising companies can't reach you. Millions of people gaming, advertising companies can't reach them, okay? You can still be sort of programmed gaming, if the Illuminati or whoever puts their symbols and, there's definitely some games out there that sort of soft programming, but also so and don't forget, while you're gaming, you're not watching TV, so you're not watching their violence on TV. But a big thing, if anybody knows about the Illuminati and what's really going on out there, the Illuminati likes to suck on your energy. It's a particular energy called loosh, which is energy that comes from depression, anxiety, stress. Okay, so what's the main thing that happens while you're gaming? You're having fun. They cannot siphon off your stress, anxiety, fear. There's not many people that would have fear when they're gaming, I don't think. Fortnite is they're having fun. Okay, advertisers can't get to them. They can't be programmed so often, so regularly. They can program you probably 10 times more if you're watching 2 hours of TV. They can probably do much more subliminal programming as far as advertising is concerned. Basically, when anybody's gaming, they can't what I would say, get to you so readily and bombard you with all what they want to bombard you with. But to say video games is more violent than anything else is ridiculous. The violence on TV, I don't watch TV anymore, but when I go to somebody's house and TV's on, It's just all violence, whether it's talking violence, arguing violence, physical violence. And then, of course, we live in a very, 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 very super competitive society, which to me is violent. To live in a super competitive society, to me, is extremely violent. And in fact, once you go into society, because I game, and not a lot, but when I do, it's to get away from the stresses, the violence, really, to me, of society. Not necessarily physical violence, but it's a dog-eat-dog world, and anybody who doesn't think that is fooling themselves. You have to get ahead, you have to basically in a lot of cases, I'm not saying all, but to get ahead, you basically have to sell your soul, lie, cheat, steal. Now, is this a negative video? Now, I'm actually going gentle on the because I could just let rip and basically bring down the whole Illuminati created system, but I do that in other ways in my other videos, and yeah, if you're trying to fix Fortnite and ban that, you've got to basically you've got to fix all of society. Yeah. How about starting with the big stuff instead of the small stuff like gaming? And most, like I say, okay, so the big reasons are, yes, we live in a very dog-eat-dog society. People often do gaming to get away from the dog-eat-dog super competitive society, the violent society, the violence on TV, the violence on the movies. We've had World War One, World War Two. There's endless wars. There's, have a look on the news, and you can't tell me there are no wars. There are wars going on all the time. There are wars going on all the time. So maybe Australia should put more effort into stopping the big wars and not the little gaming, where they can continue with their programming of people to continue with their super competitive, violent society. There you go. That's just the tip of the iceberg. So don't get me started. But that's a video by Champ Chong. Is very good. He gives a good, more calmed and reasoned, reason why they're trying to stop banning Fortnite. But because the other thing is, pretty much as David Icke says, everything's upside down and inside out. So if they're trying to say Fortnite is a bad thing, it's probably a good thing. Okay. Yes, if they're really trying hard to ban Fortnite, then there must be things about Fortnite, like I've said, that is disrupting their sort of like throwing a spanner in their way they want you to be, how they can control you. Fortnite must be throwing a spanner, and I think that's what gaming does do. It throws spanners into the way they want to control you. They can't control you so much through fear, because most people gaming have fun. Now look, I'm not saying, spend all day and all night gaming, no way. And as Champ Chong said, it's up to the parents to, sort of, police their children, or I don't know if police is the right word, but make rules and regulations, set so much time that they can spend on gaming. Okay, so I'm certainly not saying go out there and spend all day, all night on gaming, but what I am saying is, gaming disrupts their way they want to control you, because they can't program you so much. You're not watching hours and hours of TV with the advertising that they want to control you through the advertising. Oh, that's another thing. If you're watching, if you're playing games instead of TV, what's going to happen? You're not watching the advertising, so therefore, okay, every 5 minutes you'll see, KFC and Coca-Cola, get yours now while the break is on. Okay, so there's none of that on gaming, so therefore you're less likely to run out and get some cancer-causing Coca-Cola and low-vibing fast food. Okay, so they hate that, because all that stuff is the rubbish food and rubbish drinks. That's their methods of controlling you. Now, I could go on for days and hours and nights, but you get the picture. So that Champ Chong's video, go and watch that. It's quite good. I better stop this now. But you get the picture. Yeah, if they're trying to ban Fortnite, there are reasons why, and it's because it disrupts how they want to control you, basically.